Guys, welcome to another episode of Effortless Fashion. If this is your first time joining, I'm your host Corey. Today I'm going to show you how to stay cool whether you're wearing a suit jacket, a blazer or a sports coat. Well, I know summer is gone and some are saying that the place isn't that hot anymore, but we live in a tropical country, so it gets hot all throughout the year. Some parts are just cooler than some. So a lot of persons might not want to wear a jacket because they're saying the place is too hot or whatever. You got some little hacks and know-hows that you can use to keep cool even under a jacket. So the first thing you must understand is that jackets come in different categories. You have something called a fully lined jacket, the half line jacket and a quarter line jacket. The fully lined being the most common is what everyone else has. So a fully lined jacket will look something like this. As you can see here, the inner part of the jacket has a covering, which is called the lining. Let me turn it on the other side for you. So this is what it looks like on the other side. Both the front and the back are lined with a different fabric or material. This is to cover the inner workings of the jacket, because without it, the jacket will basically look messy and untidy because of all the inner workings to pull the jacket together. So they use this as a covering for all that, as well as something to keep you warm as well. So the advantage of a fully lined jacket is that it's cheaper to make than the other categories I mentioned earlier. But the disadvantage, it keeps you warmer. That would be good in a cold country, but in a tropical climate like Jamaica, it can be a bit of a problem. The other categories I mentioned, the half line and the quarter line, these are more expensive as they require a bit more work to hide the inner works of the jacket. So the fabric that is used on the inner lining is very important. Polyester is the most commonly used fabric, and it's basically the worst in a tropical climate because it's not breathable, so it traps and retains heat within the jacket, making you hotter. You want something like a Bembury lining inside the jacket because that material is a bit more breathable. Silk, not so much. If it's a silk inner lining, it will be more expensive, so I would really recommend that one. So the Bembury lining would be best, but these are probably hard to find for most of us. So I have other suggestions as well. Another way of staying cool would be wearing a jacket with a half lining. Now half lining will look something like this. Now this is what a half line jacket would look like, or blazer. As you can see, the lining goes halfway and the other half there is no lining at all. This would actually keep you a lot cooler than a fully lined jacket. This is the front of a half line jacket. It's still fully lined at the front and the shoulders to keep the shoulder pads in check, as well as to hide the inner workings of the jacket here to make it look a lot neater. A quarter line will be the coolest of the three categories because it covers a part of the back and a part of the front, so it makes it a lot more breathable. The next thing we need to take into consideration to keep yourself cooler in the hot months is of course the fabric that is used to make the jacket itself. Now the fabric of the jacket or a blazer or a sports jacket is very important in keeping you cool. So you need blazers made from fabrics like linen, fresco, or tropical weight wool. Now you might be hearing wool and like, no, but wool is a hot fabric, it's very warm. Tropical weight wool is actually weaved a bit different. It's weaved a lot more space in between to make it a lot more breathable. So it's different from your average wool. But of course that kind of fabric is difficult to find, so it's best to look for something made from something like linen or even cotton. Now the downside to linen is that it's easily wrinkled or crushed, as we say in Jamaica. So some persons don't like it, but it's really breathable. It really keeps you cool. So this half line jacket I showed you earlier on is actually made from linen. So it's both linen and half line, which makes it a very cool blazer to wear. Now it's a little bit pricey. It was about 300 US at the time. It's because of the name. It's a Ralph Lauren blazer, but I didn't pay anything for it. I got it on sale. So I just bought a suit and I got this for free because I'm not spending $300 on a blazer, sorry. The other thing about linen is that it's a casual fabric, so it's not really something persons wear to formal events. It can be worn, but some persons don't. They use it for casual wear. Now we move on to the other category, which is the color. Yes, the color is very important as well, believe it or not. In Jamaica, you know, we have a saying that black draw heat. Well, it's really true. It's scientifically proven. Black does absorb heat, while white reflects heat. So wearing dark color suit jackets or blazers or sports coats will actually make you hotter in hot weather because it absorbs the heat and it makes you hotter, of course. What you should do is wear light colors, white being the primary one, of course. You can also wear other light colors like pastels tan, light grey or off-white, light colors like those will actually reflect heat, so it actually makes you cooler than the opposite, which would be things like a black suit, navy blue, dark grey, things like that, darker colors. Those are no-no in the heat. Another thing you can do as well is, instead of buttoning up the jacket, you leave it open. That will make air circulate a lot more better and keeping you cooler as well. Now we move on to the last category, and that would be the shirt. The shirt you're wearing under the jacket is very important as well, because you can follow my advice on all the things I told you about the jacket, and you do wrong on the shirt, then you still end up boiling up. The rules of the shirt are similar to the rules of the jacket, in that the color does matter as well. So of course, like I said before, you wear light colored shirts. That would actually help you keep cooler. And the fabric of the shirt as well. The best thing I would recommend you to wear would be a cotton shirt. Now when I say cotton, I don't mean cotton blend like 70% cotton and 30% polyester. I mean 100% cotton shirt. So 100% cotton shirt would actually keep you a lot cooler than other materials. A linen shirt as well could work, but most persons won't like a linen shirt because of the crushed or wrinkled look. So the cotton shirt would be best suited for this purpose. Now the thing about cotton shirts is that they shrink easily after the first wash. So it's best to buy a cotton shirt that's a little bit bigger than you, because it's going to shrink down after your first wash. Now 100% cotton shirts do cost a bit more than the regular shirts, so it's an investment, but it's worth it. Now the last tip on shirts would be wearing a short sleeve shirt instead of a long sleeve shirt. That can be either a t-shirt or a button-up shirt depending on the occasion. So a shorter sleeve shirt, like a short sleeve button-up shirt, would actually keep you cooler, of course, than a long sleeve button-up shirt. So it's a win-win situation. No one will know that you have on a short sleeve shirt unless you take your jacket off. Well, there you have it for another episode of Effortless Fashion. I hope these things come in handy to you. If it does, leave a like as well as a comment if you have any questions. I'll be sure to answer. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button below as well as the bell icon so you can get notified whenever I drop a new video. As well as follow me on Instagram at effortless_fashion, and the fashion is spelled with 2 N's. So till next time guys, stay stylish. I'm out.